Well, at least so, kind of fixed it, not really. Good afternoon, Anakin. I now figured out how to do which is awesome. So, today's Tasty Tuesday, and Numbers and budget. It's also IG Pools Lemonade and Fine Focus, so make sure to post them. Double check your multi-posting tools if you have to. Striker, coming through on everything that you haven't selected. Oh, I also need to buy a new charger for my laptop because I'm in the car accidentally. And I need to transfer the Twitch to YouTube. So, fair warning for the past week, I need to update. So, this is a little bit long. If I was able to pay for the multi-posting tool, I wouldn't have to worry about all this extra behind the scenes bullshit. Money, gotta work hard. Find smarter ways of doing things. So, oh yeah, today's it says it's supposed to rain today, but I'll be honest with you, here lately and probably for the rest of summer, North Carolina's weather's gonna be like not really predictable. So it'll probably be like sporadic showers, random storms, and then hot again, and then sunny again. And like you think that the shower's gonna cool you off in the evening, and it doesn't. It makes it worse. It makes it like a sauna. So I know for a fact that if I go stand in the sun right now, even inside the house, I will feel the heat radiating through the frame window like a tanning bed. Like if you have your bed in the rays of the sun from the window somewhere, you can probably just lay in bed and get a tan. So OOTD today. Kind of went a little daring today, which is fine. It's improper, so. But I do have a new dress that I got. So there's that. It is a hooker type dress with a very low cut back. I did not have like underclothing that went with it, so I put my bathing suit on, and it actually worked really well. So I'm kind of glad that it has this. And I was telling Jeff, I was like, I'm about to bring some sexy back to some back calls because it's there. Yeah, I like it. It makes me feel really like, I don't know, it just makes me feel sexy. I like it. And it has like a really awesome material to it. It's like kind of, it's really super soft. And it's watercolor flowers, but it's got like this crunched, kind of scrunched material type design to it. I really like it. I like how it feels. It feels kind of like a accordion fan. And it's very flowy. So, yeah, I like it. Probably will end up on my eBay, but for right now, it's so, let's see. Okay, so one of the OOTD and social questions that we had was how to create a linked website using affiliate links to products. I do know that like TikTok, Amazon, I can do it with my email. You really do it with anything that has a link. And create like an ad or a video, like a promotional product video or something like that, where it's linked to whatever the product is, and you can actually use your affiliate link to bring people or drive the business that direction. Now you can utilize other services, like for example, I'm an affiliate with Amazon, so I could do a review or do a product, whatever, ad for my affiliate link to Amazon. But that's just driving business to Amazon. I'm wanting to drive business to myself. So, because I am a business. So, so my ads have to link to products that I already have, or a way for me to make money off of that connection to outside sources. Always get your 10% off the top. I don't care what anybody says. Do that. Whether it's by trade or by finances, time, whatever, just make sure you get your 10% off the top. And when I'm saying that is that if you have to outsource, right, like say you don't have products on hand and you have to outsource or dropship or something like that, make sure that you're getting a kickback from that. Like that you're getting at least a certain percentage back from by handing that business over to so-and-so. Even if it's like, okay, say between you and another local like landscaping company or something, like somebody up and coming who's not in a corporation or something. Say, for example, you get them business, like a consistent business contract, right? You say to them, okay, well, you know, can we trade for either services or can we trade for like financial? Can I get 10% off the top of that? I'm not like you need to get something back from that, and because nothing in this world is free anymore, absolutely. But it also continues to build the base for business everywhere, and especially with free enterprise now is like important. It's really like the last stand, so to speak. You know, being able to promote each other at a lower level before, you know, pre-corporate, is really like the only way that we're going to be able to have our roots grow together and be stable as a foundation of the collective than to continue to feed into a monopoly. So, which is just going to overtake anything. So, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that they're already like poisoning the roots of all of this, but I feel like right now would really be the time to decide what decide at the top of the page. The time to decide as to what you want to do and how you want your future to be. So if you have a chance to do it. And you know, like I said, you know, if you have to, you know, cut off some dead ends. You know, go inside and really think about, you know, what do you want your life to be like? What do you want your future to be like? And find the invisible steps to get there. And it's really, like, legitimately, it's baby steps. I don't care if people get the viral overnight shit. That doesn't last. It's only momentary. You have to have the baby steps. You have to have the little pieces that are going to keep you going even after your virality, even after you become successful. And like, say, for example, when I was planting the seeds, I didn't think I was going to be successful in that. And look at it. Like, now I have an abundance of plants. Now I have too much. I ask for abundance, so this way I can bless others. The thing is now I have so much that I don't know if I can handle it. So when you're asking for abundance, make sure that you're asking also for the ability to handle it and the ability to maneuver through situations that when the negative abundance comes, that you can still stay on the right track. So I was able to transplant those plants yesterday that I was trying to sell. It was a first step in many directions here. So the plants are still for sale and also still going to be donated and still going to be associated within the community once I'm able to basically touch base with people who are able to take those plants or are able to take fruit or vegetables from those plants. So, like I said, home first, self first, make sure you're good first, and then build out from there. You'll start to notice some places in your outer world that will start to lack or have issues with it when you're still having issues with yourself. So always be true to yourself and be honest with yourself and say, hey, okay, well, we all have these wonderful grand ideas, right? But you need other people to make those dreams and goals a reality. Don't get me wrong, a good portion of it you can do yourself, but you do need to ask for help at certain times. And sometimes we don't realize, or due to pride or ego, that we choose not to get the help we need. And this is in pretty much any aspect of life, but when it comes down to self, friends, family, kids, associates, outer world, strangers, other side of the world, universe, however you want to say it, it all starts within yourself. So when you say to yourself, okay, I can only do so much, and sit in that for a minute. I, as a human being of sound mind and body, can only do so much, and without giving up my own self-care. Because remember, I was telling you about that pie of life. You have to have a certain amount of things in each section of your life for it to feel balanced, right? And once one side of it starts to get too heavy, say for example work, I'm saying, you have to start looking at the other aspects of your life. Your work will be affected by the other aspects of your life. No matter how much you pour into it, no matter how much you perfect it, the other aspects of your life are going to pour into that because it's a weakness that you have. And you are only ever going to be as strong as your weaknesses. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, like, oh, you're going to be weak forever. That's not true. That gives you the opportunity to look at where your weaknesses are so you can start to find solutions to the problems that you're having and be able to start building off of that. So when you do start to move into your work again, or your family life, or your personal life, or your self-care, that you're able to do these things successfully. Because remember, it's all like on a pulley system. Like your whole life is this one big gear, and like it's a machine, right? So you have to, grease the gears. You have to make sure that the gears fit. You have to, make sure the pulley system's working right. Make sure that everything's balanced out, or else it's going to get worn on one side, right? These are all terminology, but it's the same thing. So when you are able to take care of yourself, then you can start taking care of the things that you want to do because you are the portal. Your thoughts and your frequency, actually, is what helps you create in your external world. So when you get your thoughts and your mind right, your frequency changes and it starts to elevate out of that darkness we've been talking about, giving yourself those little breaks to pull yourself out. Once you start getting out of that darkness and you're starting to be able to think clearly again, which means your frequency has risen to another level, then your ideas will start to pop up. Get it? Like lightning. All of a sudden, flashes will happen, and these ideas and opportunities and things will happen for you without you having to do anything. Just think it. Okay? Once you get to the point where you start to recognize your outer world is reflecting your inner world, then you'll be able to see where your weaknesses are in yourself by your outer world. Once you see where the things that are lacking in your life is actually the things that you're lacking within yourself also. So, and sometimes it's flipped. So say, for example, someone blows up at you, like flips out, you have no idea why, right? Out of nowhere. So automatically you think, like, what did I do? Now you're in a bad mood because that person flipped out on you, right? So it's energy transfer. Everything you say, everything that you do goes out to other people. Now, mind you, like I said in the flip, that person was probably most likely angry or expressive from a point of internal pain, whether it was actual physical pain or mental pain, emotional pain. But anger usually comes from a source of pain. That is something that they do not have healed within themselves. Okay, now don't get me wrong. External experiences, maybe something you did, may have caused that final pop of aggression, right? Because at that point, they're already way past the pain point. Now they're pissed off, and now they need to find a way to become violent because they haven't been heard yet. Usually, the voice will elevate. Sometimes you get the opposite, where you get the silent treatment. You know, sometimes it's a hard pull on both, you know? And it just usually has to subside a period of time. But, yeah, when you experience that, you have to understand that, yes, you may have been involved in that experience or that reasoning behind why that experience happened, but most of that's them, okay? So, being able to come together at some point and have a conversation, which most people don't do, sometimes you will get two sides to see each other's side. A lot of times you will not get that because one or both people are lying to themselves. And because they're lying to themselves, you will never get the truth. So, they will never see your truth. They will never see your light. They will never see your side. And they will permanently be stuck in their mindset because they are lying to themselves and saying, this is how it is. Even though it's not. Even though it's contradicting themselves, which we do every single day, it's on them. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's not for you to help them. You can try, but there's no guarantee that that's going to be the end-all, be-all, and everything's rainbows and butterflies. So, that person has to really want to help themselves. And the first and hardest thing that you'll probably ever have to do is be honest with yourself. And I mean like raw, pure, true honesty with yourself about yourself. And the only competition that you really have in this world is your own mind. The reason why I say that is because if you can agree in your own mind that you are going to change a certain aspect about yourself, it kills your alter ego. Even in the molecular world, right? If a molecule or an atom or nuclear, whatever it's called, I forget what it's called, but if one of them decides to take a path, usually that path will split until it's observed. Once it's observed, it'll either change direction or it will die, especially if it meets the endpoint of the observer. So, if you come face to face with your own fears that are in your mind about yourself, it is an endpoint for your alter ego. You have to kill your alter ego to be able to move forward and succeed. You have to. You have to raise your own vibration and your own frequency to be able to elevate, literally. Like, I'm not using that as a pun, I'm using that as a reality. So, I ask of you guys to continue to be authentic, continue to be true to yourselves. I need at least 4,000 of you to believe in something greater than yourself and to believe in yourself enough to be able to do this. out of 8 billion people on this planet, and I don't know how many people could possibly watch this, I need just 4,000 of us to do that. It'd be awesome if you'd all do it at the same time. But, you know, every little bit counts. So whenever you see this, and it's going to be a hard battle against yourself because you are a survivor, and so is your alter ego. So, the thing is that I want you to thrive. I want you to live your life and enjoy the experience that you have as being a human being. And I know that's hard sometimes to even see or say or understand that because there's so many things going on in the world in our present moments, you know, and that's what the box is for. The box of society. It's to keep your mind right here so you're blended by what's going on in the rest of the universe and what the little big picture is really about. This life is very, very limited, and there's no guarantee that you'll even be able to be alive long enough to watch the rest of this video. There's no guarantee that I will be long enough to finish the rest of the video. It's just the truth. So I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to live the life that you want to. I want you to live your best life. I want you to have all of those things. And that's why I keep talking to you guys about all of these things in my planner, or the conversations that we have, the thoughts that I have that go off out in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes the things that I say that are like, what? And then if you come back later and watch later, like, oh yeah. This nice crazy table for me. It's great and cool at the same time. And I hope you get to enjoy as much as the goodness that you can. So continue to do the best you can every day, even if it's just to continue breathing for the next 30 seconds. Sometimes it gets harder. And, you know, just let me know what you're doing. So, I learned some things today and yesterday also about business and stuff like that. Being able to help you guys get to this next level of, you know, we are currently in understanding of how to start social media. We are understanding of how to become affiliates and influencers. We understand how to budget at this point. The baseline. And we're starting from zero. Everything's linear right now. We are going outside and above and beyond the linear. We're learning how to do that. You know, we're learning how to come up and above where we're at right now, so this way we can continue to go. That's what we're doing down that BD train. Right? And we want to continue that wealth, whether it's of knowledge, emotion, of experience, of love, and of life, down through our generations to the next generation, even if it's not your own child. You mean more in this world and in this universe than you realize. What you do affects everyone. Your thoughts, you were given the power of choice before you were even in existence. Okay? That power of choice is your roadmap to your life. If you were to think about yourself as a singular stick, right? I'm a stick. This pen, right? And the only thing that I have to do is write yes or no. Yes, I want this, or I don't want this. No, I don't want this, or I do want this, or whatever, right? So, yes or no? Those are the choices that you make. Sometimes you can get a little bit in the gray area, and sometimes you can maneuver in that little gray area. But you gotta be careful with that. Always stay on the linear social thought process, which is laws and rules. Because this is 3D. Even if your choices are 5D, the choice that you make comes through that portal into your reality. And it paves the path to your next step. And it affects and interjects other experiences and effects into the universe. Not just you, everything. So, when you are able to understand that linear DNA train, and no matter how far forward you jump, you're still on that train, you're all going to the same destination. Keep that in mind. So, what happens after that, nobody knows. So, but, you know, the rocks and stuff that you choose to climb this mountain of life in this event is yours to decide. And this hopefully will help you be able to see what I'm trying to talk about and what I'm trying to explain to you. So this way, maybe it'll help you better than it ever helped me. Okay? The way that I used it was quick and easy, right? I wanted to skirt through that path so fast and just get right to the finish line of success. And crashing but, you know, you can't do that. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can. But you ain't gonna race down that path. All you're gonna do is hit it. But something's gonna pop up that you didn't look at, that you didn't see. You didn't see it coming. It's gonna pop up and you're gonna hit into it. And it's gonna change your whole freaking world. It's gonna knock you off course. It's gonna make you focus on other things, especially self-care. And you're gonna have to get back on track. And unfortunately, sometimes when you start taking those steps forward towards success, yes, you will start to see the movement. But if you can't keep up with all of the little strings that are attached to it, it will fail. Your root system will start to rot and it will die from the roots up. So you'll have to go back and reboot it. The main thing is that you stay within the guidelines of society, which is laws and rules, understand the loopholes, and understand where people have gone wrong before. That right there will give you the best trampoline bounce back that you will ever have from any kind of negative effect that happens in your life. Listen to people who have already been there. Listen to people on the negative and positive side of who have already been there. Okay? People who have lost their homes, like their jobs, their kids, their lost portions of their body, like lost everything, right? But at the same time, you can also listen to people who have gotten everything. You can listen to how they lost it, how they got it, and then see where that middle piece is. You have to look at both sides of the picture. You have to look at the positive and the negative sides, so this way you can make a decision for yourself moving forward. Remember, we're starting through the yes and no's. Trying to find an easy path, like, okay, yes, I'm leaning more this way, yes, or no, I'm leaning more this way, no, but I'm still kind of like paying attention to what the yes is. Like I said, always having more information about anything is always going to help you be able to maneuver through life, not in any specific industry, not in any specific sense. When you have an idea, when you have a thought, and you think it's stupid, you think, say it. Write it down. Draw a picture. Those 3 steps right there, the thought was the first part. You already skipped the first part. You already got it. First step's already done. You thought about it. It was brought to your attention. It was brought to your mind for a reason. You are here for a reason. You have a very, very, very big purpose in all of this. And your thoughts and ideas mean a lot, okay? The more you speak about it, the more you write about it, the more that you draw about it, you create, okay? And there is no 2 people that can create the same exact thing. Even though, yes, they are really, 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 really close. Real close. It's hard to tell them apart. There's that fine line, right? But the border really is only in your mind. No matter what idea you have, no matter what thought process you have, speak it. Because even though there are others that can copy you, be just like you, do all things original, you will never be you. And in your authenticity, you will always rise above. You will always be better than them. Because you're the original. You are the OC. You are the OG. Okay? So, remember that. And remember how much power that you have. Okay? Most of the generations after mine really lost that imagination. In my book. I want you guys to prove me wrong. For those of you who, for the past 15 to 10 years, you have been stuck in this life, when you're doing this, it's going this way. Okay? Don't get me wrong, I'm all for getting ideas from anywhere, okay? But when all of your thoughts and all of your ideas come from this, it's no longer coming from this. It's not coming from the universe, through your mind into the world. It's not coming from the ethers, or the space, or subconscious, conscious. It's not coming from there anymore. It's coming from here. When you no longer think for yourself, when you no longer have thoughts for yourself, that's when you lose yourself. And it's really hard to come back from it sometimes. You'll have an identity crisis, especially when you're unplugged. Not only that, but you have an addiction to it as well. It's an addiction. It's straight. Pushes through to your brain. It's a guaranteed thing in 3 seconds. Or less, actually. A lot sometimes. Frame rates were way faster than that, even back in the day, so I implore you to please continue using your imagination, thinking outside the box, looking at the world, the physical world around you, finding new ways. Because there is not just one way to do anything. And for the copycats out there, thank you. The world needed more of you, just so nothing else. And that's why God blessed my children. If you look at my children, or if you get to experience them in your reality, you'll see different parts of who you are. So I hope they choose the right parts in me. So, but we all carry parts of ourselves that we hand down through generations, whether that is through DNA or trauma. And unfortunately, this is part of it.